Alright, so Merciless Vaughn here, back again with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and it's that time again for the Limit Breaker quest. Now, I'm kinda late because usually the Limit Breaker quest just opens up around the 8th of every month, but this one just so happens to be the first. And I just kinda saw the icon for it lit up in the menu, and so yeah. A few days late for this one, but anyway, still gotta get the video out there. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, subscribe and help me get to 250 subscribers. I am making my way there. And now with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, this Limit Breaker quest opened up the 1st and it will be here the 17th. So you have a couple of weeks to get it done, but the sooner you get it done, the better, so you don't forget about it. We'll take a look here and see what the stage requirements are. In the first slot, we have speed attribute only, melee attack damage ×2, and the killer effect ×5. So you are going to need a melee speed hollow killer unit. And that's going to be it for the first one. For the second slot, power attribute ×2, killer effect ×5, freeze status element on the ground, and a ranker enemies. So you're looking for a power, a ranker killer. Doesn't matter if it's melee or ranged, but you do have to worry about the freeze status element on the ground though. And that's last but not least, we have the Soul Reaper enemies that are technique, and there's a burn status element on the ground. So you're going to need a power Soul Reaper killer enemy for this one. And that's it for the stage rules. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the characters that can be used for this Limit Breaker quest. Alright, first things first, we have the stage 1 character selection, and the best in slot 1 is probably going to be this King Doom that came out in the most recent 1000-year Blood War banner. I don't know when this video is going to get uploaded, but if it is after his showcase video, I'll just be sure to leave a link to it if you do want to check it out. And yeah, I went over his skills and strong attacks in detail there, but just to take a quick look at him, he does have the Hollow Killer. Obviously, he has a new soul trait, status element, spiritual pressure boost 40%. And he is a melee unit, so you will be getting all of the bonus damage that is given to you. He does have the gauge effect. When he activates his gauge, he gets Sprinter +2, Frenzy +1. And he also gets Strong Attack Recharge 30%. He does start his gauge off with 70% when the first time. And he does have poison resistance. Poison is the status element in the first stages. So overall, definitely the best in slot character that you would probably want to use for the first slot. Another unit you can use is the Shinjumaru. She is a speed hollow killer unit, obviously. She has the soul trait, strong attack, recharge time -12%. She is a melee unit, so she will be getting all of the bonus damage from the stage rules. She has Havoc 20%, Sprinter +2, Marauder. Take a quick look at her skill. She has the complete status immunity, so you don't really have to worry about the poison status element on the ground. She has Frenzy +2, increase speed attribute character special move damage 30%. Increased damage to enemies not affected by an element, hidden enemies, and the plus Pierce Iron Skin skills. And the rest of these skills are just some, farming unit skills that would typically have. So she's kind of mostly a farming unit, but definitely another best in slot character that you can use for the first stage in the Limit Breaker quest. Another unit you can use is this Manners or Hime that came out. I believe she's over a year old now, or just about coming up on a year old. She has the soul trait, strong attack, recharge time -12%. She isn't a melee unit, so you won't get that bonus melee damage, but she does have the boost on her SA2, and she has the enhancer and booster and also multi-barrier skills, so that will be pretty helpful for the damage. She has Frenzy +1, Havoc 20%, share complete status immunity, so you don't have to worry about that status element on the ground. And at full stamina only, she does have the reduced strong attack cooldown. So if you don't have any of the first couple of best in slot units, this is definitely another unit you can use for that slot. You do have a couple more characters to look at. You do have the renewed Okira. He does have 2 killers, but the one you're really worried about is the hollow one. Soul Treasure Strong attack recharge time minus 12%. He's a ranged unit, so you won't get the bonus melee damage. But he does have weakening and burn on all of his abilities. Sprinter plus 2, long stride, complete status immunity, so you don't have to worry about the status element. Havoc 20%, Frenzy plus 1, Bombardment plus 1, increased speed, attribute or rank your damage to status element affected enemies 40%, and the status element spiritual pressure boost. So another decent unit that you can use as well. And this unit is also a premium unit, so if you summon using the BBS tickets, you more than likely have this unit. And if not, then yeah, it's just other units that you can use. Another unit we can take a look at for this one is the Spirits Are Forever With You as a Shiro. He has a Soul Treasure Strong attack recharge time minus 12%. Ranged unit with Drain and Burn, but the burn is only on his Soul Bomb. He does have the complete status immunity. He does have a chance to dodge the hollow enemies, which is great. Havoc 20%, Frenzy plus 1, Bombardment plus 1, Defibrillator plus 2 seconds, Sprinter plus 1, Guard Break, Counter Attack, and the status helmet spiritual pressure boost. So this is a unit that you can use, and him having drained in the status helmet spiritual pressure boost, just will really help out. The drain will keep you healed up, and the status helmet spiritual pressure boost will help you with the damage. Another unit you can also use is the Seasonal Noel. This unit is a few years old now, so you more than likely should have her if you summoned on any of the Burn the Witch banners. She has a Soul Trader Strong attack recharge time minus 12%. She is a ranged unit with weakening on her abilities, and she does has a revive mechanic on her Soul Bomb. So if you want to use her Soul Bomb, not just so much for damage to say, but if you get just knocked out accidentally, you are able to revive yourself, which is a good thing. She has Sprinter plus 1, Havoc 20%, Guard Break. She's kind of a farming unit, so she does have some farming skills. Frenzy plus 1, Bombardment plus 1, Defibrillator plus 5 seconds. She has an increased status element chance against power, attribute, hollows, so she will be able to trigger this status element spiritual pressure boost pretty often. And so for the first slot, yeah, you do have a pretty good selection of characters. Another notable one I'd say is probably this, I believe the Spirits Are Forever With You, Joshiro. He's definitely one of the top tier NAD units in the game, even despite how old he is. Mostly because he's a ranged unit with Drain, and he does have a boost on his SA2. And he does have the multi-barrier skill as well. And he does come with Enhancer, Poison, Flurry. NAD units are like kind of rare in this game, especially good ones like these that are really strong for PvE. And so for the second slot, I'd say the best in-slot character for that one would be this Rukia that came out a while ago. I'm not really sure when the banner came out, but she does have the Ranker Killer, Soul Trade Strong Attack recharge time minus 12%. She's a ranged unit, but range melee doesn't really matter there as long as it's just bring a power or Ranker Killer unit. She has the Medic skill, which will be able to heal up you and people in the party, which is great. She is immune to the freeze status element. She has the Power Attribute Strong Attack recharge 20%. This activates every time you go into a new stage. She has a base 20% of full stamina damage boost, which is good. She has the Rampage skill, Havoc 20%, Frenzy plus 2, Defibrillator plus 5 seconds, increased status element chance against technique attribute enemies, damage to frozen enemies 40%, Sharpshooter, Healer, and the status element spiritual pressure boost. So I'd say this is definitely, the best in slot unit to use. You really don't have to worry about that freeze status element that is on the ground. So this is a good character to use for that second slot. Another character you could use, we have the Spirits Are Forever With You, Mayuri. He has a Soul Trader Strong Attack recharge time minus 12%. He is a melee unit with paralysis and poison on his abilities, and he has the status element trap on his SA3. He has Havoc 20%, Marauder, Devastation 40%. He has complete status immunity, Frenzy +1, Bombardment +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds. Damage to its status elements 40%, weakened defense, and these status elements spiritual pressure boost. So this is a good unit to use, and he has a complete status immunity, so you don't have to worry about the status element that is on the ground, which is, just really great. Definitely another character you can use if you don't have the Rukia. You can also use this Yumichika that came off of the Manor banner with the Orihime. He has a Soul Trader, Strong Attack, Recharge Time -12%. He's a ranged unit, no status elements on his abilities. He has Havoc 20%, Team/Party Stamina Recovery 20%, which is good if you just so happen to take a hit. You are able to, just recover your stamina in between those stages when you switch. Devastation 60%. He has the increased power, attribute, character, movement speed 30%. So if you do use this unit, your other power character will also benefit from this skill as well. He has just some farming skills that you can use. Frenzy +1. He also increases your power, attribute, character, strong attack damage 20%. And he also has the guard breaking, pierce iron skin skill. So you really can just bring this character if you really want to. Maybe you don't want to bring that Rukia for whatever reason. You want to bring this unit just to power up your other power attribute character. This is something you can do as well if you just want to use this unit. And as for some other characters, just some honorable mentions, you could use this Lunar New Year's Rangeku, Soul Trait, Strong Attack, Recharge Time -12%. She's a ranged unit with inflicts paralysis, and she also has the revive mechanic on her soul bomb as well. She has the immobilizer skill. She is able to recover your stamina. She has a base full stamina damage boost of 20%. Havoc, Frenzy +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds, increased status element chance, Sprinter +1, and guard break. Another character you can use for this one, and also going into the third slot kinda, is this Burn the Witch Bruno. He does have the Ranker and Soul Reaper Killer, so you can pretty much use this one for the second or third slot if you really want to. He has a Soul Shredder, Strong Attack, Recharge Time -12%. It's a ranged unit with weakening on all of his abilities. You can more so take him into the Soul Reaper one just because he does have a chance to dodge Soul Reaper damage. He has Sprinter +2, he has Last Ditch Survival, Havoc 20%, Frenzy +1, Bombardment +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds, Poise, Sharpshooter, and also hidden enemies. So yeah, this is a unit you can use for the Eraker and Soul Reaper one. You probably want to lean more towards the Soul Reaper one because he does have that 50% chance to dodge Soul Reaper hits. And as far as Soul Reaper ones go, we don't have a lot of options. It's been over a year since this unit came out, so we haven't got a new power Soul Reaper killer unit for a year now, and this one you can use but really don't want to because this Ishin is just mostly a Brave Battle unit. Just about half of his skills are like for Brave Battle only. He does have Flurry +2 and damage to lacerate enemies 60%, but this is just probably not the best unit you would want to use, but just an option nonetheless, since there's a short selection of characters for that third slot. You can use this Spirits Are Forever with Kenpachi. He does have a Strong Attack, Recharge Time -12%, Soul Trait. He is a melee unit with weakening on all of his attacks. He has the full stamina only, increased strong attack damage 40% skill, Devastation 40%, Havoc 20%, Frenzy +2, Defibrillator +5 seconds, Element Reversal, increased melee damage 10%, increased damage in co-op, but that's only in co-op, Poise, and Marauder. You can also use this Spirits Are Forever with you, Kisuke, Soul Trader, Strong Attack, Recharge Time -12%, range unit, paralysis, and lacerate on all of his abilities. He has the complete status immunity 100%. He also reads Soul Reaper dodges, which doesn't matter there. Stamina recovery, Havoc 20%, Frenzy +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds, guard break, any status element, spiritual pressure boost. So yeah, for the power Soul Reaper killer one, not a lot of options here. I already talked about the Bruno, and these are just some older units that you probably really don't want to take into it. And yeah, that's going to be it for the best in slot characters and some other characters you can use if you don't have the best in slot ones. I'm just go ahead and make my team and see what we can do in the limit breaker quest. Alright, so here is my team for this limit breaker quest. I was fortunate enough to pull the new unit from the 1000-Year Blood War banner. Here is his build. This is going to be the K Fastener, Fortification Pill, Quincy Cross. And as for the links, Psychomon Chad. And some resurrected units with strong attack recharge time, and Shinji with the full stamina damage boost. Take a look at his bonus abilities. I only have the one copy, but the SP is at level 10. Bonus abilities, I gave him full stamina damage boost, and I gave him the 200 SP. Moving on to the next unit, I do have the Mayuri. Oh crap, forgot to add that fortification pill. But yeah, I have the T-set, Lieutenant's badge, and the fortification pill there for its accessories. As for the links, I gave him the Psychomon Chad, some resurrected units with strong attack recharge and full stam. I only have the one copy, the SP is at level 10, and bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and I should change this to the plus 200% XP, which is what I'm going to do before I start the quest. Yeah. So instead of weakened defense, this will be the plus 200 SP. I just forgot that I gave him the weakened defense on there. And I do have this Bruno. I have the Kamari, Fortification Pill, Catacron. And as for the links, gave him strong attack recharge and the strong attack damage linked, and this Stark has a full stamina damage boost. I gave the full stamina damage boost links to the Mayuri just because my Bruno is 5 out of 5 max ascendant, and so this Bruno is going to be, you know, just a tad bit stronger than the Mayuri since he's only 1 out of 5. Bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and I'll just go ahead and also change that to the plus 200 SP as well. The plus 200 SP is a new or bonus ability. I haven't really gone through all my units to pretty much change it. So I'll give these two units the plus 200 SP, then go ahead and start the quest. So be right back. Alright, so here we are in the limit breaker quest. Yes, I did change out the weakened defense on both of those units for the plus 200 SP. Just to let you guys know that. And we just easily clear through the first stage. The first couple of stages won't be too bad. It's just those one stages that has those insanely tanky enemies for no reason there. I do have to watch out for the burn pools on the ground because this Bruno isn't immune to any of the status elements. So I have to play it a tad bit safer. Don't have to worry about this one because he is immune to it. So far so good. Yeah, really won't see any problems until we get to those tanky enemies. I don't think any of my characters should really struggle. I think maybe the one that might struggle is probably the Mayuri, since he's not really the best in slot 1 and he's only 1 out of 5. This unit probably won't, just because, you know, he's newer and he was pretty much made for this stage. So this one should be no problem. Now there goes those tanky enemies. Actually, being able to freeze these enemies is really good. Yeah, they can't do anything. And with the increased status element chance, yeah. It's gonna be really good. So I'll have his gauge the next time he comes around. That's good. There goes the tanky enemies for this one. I guess I already unlocked that cooldown thing. Him having damage to his status elements is probably really going to help out against these enemies as well. Just have to inflict the freaking status elements first. And this is this is a good showcase of the difference between units that have the increased status element chance and units that don't. Because if I was on the King Dune, he would have inflicted the status elements so many more times over than this unit just now inflicting that status element when I killed the last enemy. Gotta be extremely careful here not to lose my force down because of these burn pools. What I could have done was like put on some links that have like the reduce fire status element effect, but that kind of be wasted some pretty better link slot characters in my opinion. I might just go ahead and soul bomb these units actually. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I wonder if they'll ever resurrect these Burn the Witch units. I think they should. And I think we rotated throughout the map now, so yeah, I think we're good for our next few stages. Try to move a bit faster, just so we can clear it. Get as many stages cleared as possible. I'll just hang back here, wait for my strong attacks to come off cooldown. I can move right here. Use my SA3. Should be fine right there. Trying not to lose my full down. So far so good. A little under a minute left. Try to pick up the pace. Yeah, having that 120% status element spiritual pressure boost is just really strong. He might be the new best power unit in the game. And our barrier has pretty much just lasted the entire time we've managed to stay inside the stages, so that's really good. And that's it. 16 stages, not bad. Just have to move a bit faster. Alright, that's going to be it for this Limit Breaker Quest video. I'd say this is one of my better runs. I managed to clear 15 stages, which isn't too bad in my opinion. I say the character that probably held me back maybe was the Mayuri. If I had that Rukia, those stages might have gone a bit faster, but you know, I kind of played it safe with the Bruno, but can't really do about this last slot since it's been over a year since we had a new Power Soul Reaper killer unit. So we're definitely due for a new one of those. But yeah, other than that, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.